Hey guys, Ed here, bringing you part 14 of the Archer series. Before I get into it, I would like to thank all of you for your patience, but unfortunately this was the only video I managed to record. I suppose this will do for now. With that said, let's get into it! Fearless. Where last left off, Izuku was forced to bring Eri to the mall and get her some new clothes. While doing so, he encountered his female classmates catching him in a cafe, which brought Ochako to confess her feelings, only for her to be shut down with the "I see you as a sister" excuse, giving the rest some insight about class cards, all that while also lay the groundwork for his plan, which he had fun with. We cut to Izuku standing on a rooftop right after 6 p.m. as he sees his target walking alone, talking on the phone. The moment she ends the call and puts in her purse, he jumps down, quickly knocks her out, and takes her to the empty Yakuza hideout, of which only corpses lay to rot. Entering the room, which belonged to Eri, and tied her up with some belts, so tight that will stop the circulation in her limbs. Once done, he proceeds to wake her. Where am I?" the woman asked in a daze. "Welcome, Yami Kagakiri," Archer started. "How nice of you to join me." You are," Yami muttered, realizing who was in front of her, as she starts to panic. "Archer, why? How?" "So you do know me," Archer said sarcastically. "Good, it saves me some time to explain." "What do you want from me?" Yami barked. "Why did you tie me up? I'm nobody important. I work in a stupid office as a damn secretary." "True," Archer said, trailing off. "You aren't very important, and you're very much replaceable. I just need you to stay put, and everything will be fine." Yami's starting to see glimmers of hope in that statement, but it was immediately shut down the moment Archer started to laugh. "Why are you laughing?" Yami questioned, as she felt throbbing in her limbs. "To me it's just funny," Archer stated. "It's funny to see people like you squirm and see if you can get out of any mess. But let me tell you something for you to keep in mind." "Which is?" Yami questioned, afraid on what's to come. "You can squeal all you want. Nobody's gonna hear you. Nobody's gonna find you," Archer said as he got closer to her. "And unless you cooperate and do exactly as I say, you won't live to see tomorrow. Deal?" "Okay." Out of curiosity, Yami said, feeling the glimmer of hope returning, "why did you tie me down like this?" "Simple, really," Archer started. "I know about your quirk, shadow arms. With a quirk like that, I can't help but imagine you giving out hand jobs to everyone without being caught." "Well," Yami said, trailing off, feeling her face burning with embarrassment. "You know me, I like to always fill up those bananas and give out a hand when necessary." "But there's only one problem," Archer trailed off once again. "You leech off of hard-working people and spread your legs for those who are willing to pay. But you enjoy ripping off scammers, only to make your life easier, don't you?" "So what?" Yami shouted. "What about you, Archer? You aren't that different. I'll pay you. Name the price, but please just Let me go. Don't worry. I will. Archer started loosening the belts on her legs, making Yami feel at ease. But before I can let you go, tell me all you know about Hisashi Midoriya. That's it? Yami asked, confused, but proceeded anyways, not caring if she threw Hisashi under the bus. If that's what you want. Archer nodded and allowed her to speak as he pressed a record on his recorder from inside his pocket. Where do I start? Yami stated. It has been about 11 years we've been together. Even though he has a family, he planned to take the money from the insurance after he killed his wife and daughter, just like he did to his son. We also planned on going to the US and live there after everything was dealt with. Where does he work? Archer asked. And tell me, what else is he involved with? I don't believe he works a regular job, Yami stated, as she thought about it. I believe he sells drugs for the Yakuza. Is that so? Archer said, pretending to sound surprised. So correct me if I'm wrong. He works for the Shie Sakai under Kai Chisaki, the same guy that has been putting Trigger on the market. Am I correct? Yes, Yami affirmed. How do you know? I spoke with Chisaki, and that's why I got in contact with you, Archer stated as he trailed off. And, just so we're clear, he did hire me. And I want to ask you, do you know where is the 3 million Hisashi owes to the Chisaki? Or rather, what he did with it. But before that, how did he acquire that much money? Keep in mind, my actions depend on your cooperation. So choose wisely. He took the money from the sales, Yami said while lowering her head. He used counterfeit money to trick Chisaki up to until 3 weeks ago, where he was given an ultimatum, either the money or his life. Archer gestured her to continue. He said that he needed time, and that's when he mentioned to use the life insurance on his wife and daughter to pay part of it, Yami confessed, and then moved to the US with me and start a new life, and getting plastic surgery to change his face. Interesting, Archer speculated. I never knew he could scheme like this, which begs the question, did he ever love his family? Of course not, Yami mentioned. He had a quirkless son, then his wife became fat and unattractive. His daughter wants to find his brother's corpse. That not even the police could even find. So he decided to ditch them. Funny how it all goes back to his quirkless son, Archer said, amused. Do you know what he would have done if his son was still around? Or if he ever developed a quirk? Isn't it obvious? Yami questioned. If he was still around being quirkless, he would have sold him off to a sketchy quirk doctor. But if he would have developed a quirk, he would have made it so that his wife would be insane and collect insurance money and have both kids become heroes and leech from them, after which I would have been introduced as a replacement. I see, Archer said, being in deep thought, as he untied Yami from her binding. I just need you to give me your phone and the code to unlock it, and then you're good to go. Really? Yami exclaimed. You're really letting me go just like that? Yes, I'm a man of my word, Archer said as he was given her phone with the code to unlock it. And with that, you're good to go. Can I ask you a question? Yami asked. A personal question, if you don't mind. If you're trying to ask me out, I'll have you know I'm almost 16 and I don't date backstabbing hags, Archer stated. But if it's something else, then go ahead, ask away. Oh my god, are you that young? Wow. And already making a name for yourself, Yami said, genuinely surprised, ignoring the insult. What I want to ask you, why does it seem that you're only going after Hisashi Midoriya? I am, Archer said. Do you want to know why? Why? She asked curiously. Unfortunately, I'm his offspring, Archer started. Nobody could find my corpse because I'm still alive. Nobody could track me down because I look different. And I dropped the Midoriya last name. And I go by Mato, like the family that took me in and taught me all I know. What? Yami managed to say, as the color on her face faded as if she saw death in the face. No, it can't be. You're supposed to be dead. Let me tell you a fun little fact, Archer said, leaning in. People die when they're killed, not when they're abandoned. Because what you might consider trash, it could be someone else's treasure, and then come back to bite you. Yami was panicking as she knew who Archer was and what that meant for her. She tried to run, but her legs were still numb, causing her to fall. She tried to crawl. Oh my, Archer said sarcastically. You do know that curiosity killed the cat. But I'll give you a chance. Run and don't look back. Because I'm going to count from 10 backwards. And that's the time you'll have to run away. Yami tried her best to crawl faster as she heard Archer starting to calm down. She made it on her feet as she started to run while using the walls for support, but she looked around. She had no idea where the exit was. She just stood there, giving up. 1 and 0. Any last words? Archer asked as he manifested his bow and arrow. It seems that you gave up. I did, Yami said. As for my last words, go to hell. With pleasure, Izuku said, letting his arrow fly into Yami's throat, killing her, as he picked up the recorder from his pocket. Now, Hisashi, how fast are you? Can you outrun an arrow traveling 2 kilometers per second? Or can you protect against my endless numbers of blades? I don't care for the answer. You're going to die anyways. Izuku stopped the recording. He went through Yami's phone to see some interesting conversations she had with Hisashi. Interesting, Izuku thought, looking at the juicy conversations. I'll make sure to make you so paranoid and fuck with your mind, father. Just you wait. With the help of Yami's phone, Izuku tracked Hisashi's every movement. And as he followed him around, Hisashi did have a feeling of being watched until an unexpected text reached Yami's phone, in Archer's possession. Hey babe, what are you doing tonight? It read, noting it was from Hisashi. You haven't answered my text. Where are you? Sorry, my phone died, Izuku replied, as he used some previous messages to fill in the rest. I lost my charger and I'm home right now. Home? Hisashi questioned back. Mind if I come over and have a little fun? No, Izuku replied, feeling disgusted. I'm tired right now. But have you heard? About? Hisashi questioned, with a hint of curiosity. Your daughter, Izuku started. I saw her at the mall in a cafe earlier today, and she was all over a handsome young man. He seemed to be a foreigner with dark skin and white hair. Oh, my Miyuki? Hisashi asked. That's good, I guess. Why don't I call you? I miss hearing your beautiful voice. Sorry, but no, not tonight, Izuku wrote back. I have a sore throat, and it's hard for me to speak. How many bananas did you gobble down this time? Hisashi teased, followed by an emoji. And here I thought mine was the best. Oh, stop it, you. Izuku wrote back, repeating some stuff from previous conversation. You know how I only do that so I can get a better bonus at work? I know, I'm just teasing, he started. But be careful out there, I mean it. Why, did something happen? Izuku wrote, being genuinely curious. Women around your age group have been found dead lately, Hisashi replied. And I don't know if Archer's behind this, or if it's someone else. Don't worry, I'll be fine, Izuku stated. Where are you right now? It's about to storm. I'm in an alleyway between 2nd and 4th, Hisashi wrote. I'll finish up and I'll head home myself. Alright then, I'll let you work. Have a good night, Izuku wrote as he places her phone in his pocket. Izuku thought that he was near that area, so he went to see, only to find out that Hisashi was dealing with a dealer. And then an idea crossed his mind. He picked up Yami's phone and he sent the contact information to his phone. He tweaked the number and gave Hisashi a call. Hello? Hisashi answered. Who is this? Hello, Hisashi, Archer said, distorting his voice a bit. I'm watching you. Who is this? Hisashi said as he looked around frantically. Where are you? Look up, Archer said. 4 buildings away, at your 7, the tallest one. That's where I am. As Hisashi did so, he couldn't see anyone. But the moment lightning illuminated the sky, there he was. What about now? Archer asked. Did you see me? Hisashi couldn't speak, as he could simply nod. Good. Archer started. Keep in mind, I'm always watching you, no matter where you are, no matter how far you go. It doesn't even matter how hard you try to hide. You'll always be in my line of sight. And you may never know when I will strike. Prove it, Hisashi said, calling Archer's bluff. They're about 1,800 meters distance from that top of the building to where I am. There is no way you could strike me from up there. All right, have it your way, Archer stated, as he switched to his earpiece while making his bow and arrow appear. That guy you're dealing with, I'm going to snipe him from all the way here, and I'm going to strike his red eye in about 3, 2, 1. And on cue, Archer made his arrow fly, piercing the red eye of the dealer, with a lot of force, as Hisashi stood there in shock. See? I told you, Archer stated. Now, do you believe me? What do you want from me? Hisashi asked desperately. Tell me what you want and we can strike a deal. Nothing you have or can get interests me, Archer stated. But your time will come soon. Just make sure to watch your back and pray very hard each day that you don't see me. Because the moment you don't, that's when you'll die. Before Hisashi could say anything, Izuku ended the call, and Hisashi looked back at the place where he saw Archer, and when the lightning illuminated the sky once more, there was no sign of Archer ever being there, causing Hisashi to panic even more. As several days passed in between entertaining Eri during the day, messing around with Hisashi, and using Yami's phone, and tailing him around at night without him knowing, he finally received a text by Miyuki inviting him over for dinner. And at that moment, his smile could be considered bigger than All Might's. "What are you doing?" questioned Eri, opening the door. "And why do you look scary?" "Because I'm getting what I want," Izuku said, grinning. "What did you want?" Eri asked, curiously entering Izuku's room. "Well, how to put this?" Izuku said, wondering how to tell a 5-year-old that he wanted to kill his biological father. "I have to meet up with some people and punish a very bad guy, which is worse than Chisaki." "What did this person do?" Eri questioned. "Do you know this person?" "Yes, I did know him," Izuku started, remembering a past long forgotten. "And this person hurt me a lot. And he is hurting 2 more people I used to care about." "He sounds better than Chisaki," Eri said. "I hope you kill him." "Okay, I did not expect that from you," Izuku managed to say, as Eri's words caught him off guard. "Where did you learn how to speak like that?" "You," Eri stated. "You talk to people when you sleep, and you say a lot of bad words, and sometimes cry. And the lady said something about a filter." "What's a filter?" "Don't worry about it," Izuku said, getting off topic. "Kid, do you like fireworks?" "What's that?" Eri asked. "Never mind," Izuku said. "Later, Yuki will explain what they are and where to look." "Okay," Eri said, still looking at him with an unspoken question. "What is it this time?" Izuku looked at her annoyed. "Hurry up, I don't got all day, you know." "Can you please tell me who this bad man is?" Eri questioned with her ruby puppy eyes. "Please?" "Why would you want to know about a dead man anyways?" Izuku said, refusing. "I want you to tell me a story," Eri insisted. "The lady said that we're the same, and I want to know how." Damn kids these days, Izuku thought. "Look, we're not the same. If anything, we're opposites." "Then what did this bad man do to you?" Eri questioned, insisting on the matter, making her puppy eyes once again. "You already know what Chizika did to me. I want to know what this bad man did to you." "Fine," Izuku said, finally granting Eri's request. "Go get a snack and a drink. This might take a while." Eri excitedly ran out the room, running past Yuki. "Master," she started, "where's little Eri running off to?" "To get some snacks and drinks," Izuku said, contemplating how to feel. On one hand, he wanted to tell her, but on the other, he just wanted to keep it bottled up, because it doesn't concern her. Apparently, she wants to hear a story. "A story?" Yuki questioned. "What kind?" "When she entered my room, I was smiling to myself, and she started to ask a lot of questions," Izuku explained, until it reached a question which made her get the snacks. "I see," Yuki speculated. "Lately she has been asking a lot of questions about you. In my opinion, she wants to know you. So she could be by your side?" "Excuse me?" Izuku asked in confusion. "What does that mean?" Get her perspective, Yuki started. But I believe you already know yourself, considering you did the same with Lady Ayumi and Master Seiichi, which means you should be able to do the same for her, as Master Seiichi has done for you. I guess you're right, Izuku said. We may not be that far off. I'm back, Eri said, excited for the story. Here, I got you a snack for you too. Where do I begin? Izuku started as he told Eri his story. A few moments later, and that's where we are today, Izuku said, ending the story. Now, keep it a secret. Okay, I feel you need a hug, Eri said in between sobs, feeling very sad for him, and as she hugged him. Izuku didn't know how to feel. He wanted to push her off, but between good memories, the bad memories, something in him cracked. And Izuku's eyes, thought to be a dried up well in the desert for years, started to tear up, shocking him in the process. But that moment was immediately ended by the doorbell ringing. Yuki opened the door only to find Mina, Momo, and Kendo, of which were invited in and offered tea by the maid. And as soon after, Izuku joined. Rep, we're not the same class anymore. There is no reason for you to be here, Izuku said to Kendo. And turning to the other two, and what do you want? First off, how could you just dump the bill onto us? Momo asked. When you said it was your treat. Knowing that you are rich and I saved you more than once, I thought the very least you could pay for my tab, which ended up being roughly around $50 total. Izuku stated, Normally, I charge a huge fee to save a single life. Depending on their worth, I give you a heavy discount, considering. I don't believe that's true, Momo stated. How much could you possibly charge to save a life? First time I saved you, it was during my job. It paid 1.2 million, Izuku said, which includes bounty, group bundle, plus a bonus for how long it took, and another bonus for how difficult it was. Let's just say the last bonus covered your ass. Holy shit, you're a millionaire? Mina questioned. Where can I join? Pinky, you don't got the guts to kill, Izuku said. You are way too naive and trusting. So, it's true, Kendo started. You are the infamous archer. I just need to know. Do you do it for the money? Or you do it because you care? Izuku lit a cigarette as he thought about it. He thought about Eri. Isn't it obvious? Money, duh. Money can buy almost anything. And my skills can take the rest, Izuku said, lying. And what is this? An interrogation? Before anything else could be said, Izuku continued. Now, if you don't have anything else, you can leave, Izuku said. I got an important job to do later. What kind of job? Mina questioned. Anything erotic? No. Who do you take me for? Momo? Izuku questioned. What is that supposed to mean? Momo questioned, irritated. And why did you single me out? Alright, tell me who, Izuku said, trailing off. A, has a hero outfit that shows more skin than it covers. B, looks like a pole dancer out of everyone in our class. I'm sorry, Yamamoto, but he does have a point, Mina said, taking Izuku's side. Mina, whose side are you on? Momo questioned. Some friends you are. So, Izuku said, getting impatient, is there anything else? If not, you can leave. Where's Eri? Kendo questioned. In my room, Izuku bluntly answered as he started to lie again. We were watching a movie and getting comfortable before you showed up. Oh my god, Mina shrieked. I want to see that. Well, you won't. And it seems that you finished your tea, Izuku said as he got up. Yuki, you can escort them to the front door while I get ready for tonight. As you wish, Yuki said as she escorted the three girls. Wait, here, take this. Kendo started. I noticed her looking at this from the cafe the other day. Could you give this one to her? I will, Izuku said as he looked at the gift meant for Eri. I think she'll like it. Thank you, Kendo. No problem, Kendo said, a bit flustered, with a blush on her face, realizing that it was the second time he called her by name instead of a nickname. We should be going. Now, with the three girls were out of his hair, he looked at the gift and then he went to see how Eri was doing, hearing some soft sobs still coming from the room. You okay? Izuku questioned, watching her struggle to dry her tears. Here, let me do it. Eri was a crying mess, but she seemed a bit surprised when instead of a tissue, Izuku gave her a plushie, and her eyes lit up like stars, wondering who got it for her. If you're wondering, it was the same girl that helped you go potty, Izuku said. Really? Is she still here? Eri questioned as her moods shifted. Where is she? She had to go, Izuku started. She had to punish some bratty girls and take them away from here. Oh, okay, Eri said, calming down from her sugar high. I hope she smacks him on the butt really, really hard. They would probably enjoy it, Izuku said, imagining Kendo slapping Mina and Momo, only to lead somewhere else. Yep, they probably would, especially if she uses her quirk. Why do you think they would enjoy it? Eri questioned, making a pouty face. I didn't like it when they did that to me. It hurts. Don't worry, Izuku said, reassuring her. They're just weird. With that dealt with, hours flew by in an instant. And the time finally came, and with it, the preparations. He texted Kaori about everything and what to do. After a few calls, and a car ride later, he finally arrived to the Midoriya's, and seeing his old house, old memories were flooding in his mind, and anger started to boil from the pits of his stomach. As he got closer, the more he felt nervous for some reason, but the nervousness disappeared once he rang the doorbell, only to see the man himself. Oh, you must be Izumi's friend, Hisashi started, as he smiled blissfully unaware on what's to come, while hiding some paranoia from the previous nights. Come on in, make yourself at home. Don't mind if I do, Izuku said, smiling. It's truly an honor coming here today. I heard that your wife's cooking is to die for. Don't just stand there, Hisashi said. Come on in. To be continued.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more. Turn on the bell notification to be updated so you never miss a video. That said, peace out.